How do, ladies and gents, and welcome back to the channel, guys. So if you saw my previous video, we ended up taking Roast, aka my E36 Drift car, to Stafford drifting. Now, it was an absolutely amazing day. We tested out the lock kit, which went absolutely amazingly. However, right towards the end, we had a problem.
We need a spanner, because the lock nut is not even done up. I don't know, I think you're going to need a...
Yeah, it seems like the actual nut on the tie rod had ended up working itself loose, but it seems like something has gone wrong with the right side. So here is Rose sat here, a little bit sorry for herself. If you can see here, this side looks absolutely fine, to be honest. But on this side, she is very much tucked up into that arch. So the plan is now is we're going to diagnose what the problem is. We're also going to lift up the front end, because since it has had the 6th degree of camber put on it, it is really low at the front. But also it still seems though we are still rubbing on the inner edges of the anti-roll bar. So there you can see even more so how bad she is stuck up in that arch. So something has definitely gone wrong. Now my money is on a ball joint, because I believe one side was on the wrong way round. I'm not too sure, but from memory, because I had to grind loads of it back when I was fitting the angle kit. So I think that's potentially what it is. Either that, or I very much compromised the shoulders when I ground it all back. Oh, well, straight away, if you just saw that, oh, that is not good at all. I don't know if you can see that. That shouldn't do that. Now, I've just had a quick look. I don't think that's ball joint. To me, that's tie rod. So here we go, moment of truth to see how bad it is. So, I don't think it's ball joint. I think it's tie rod. Yeah, it is blowing the ball joint completely out the bottom, look. Wow, okay. Needs a new ball joint. I have a funny feeling. It doesn't look, oh, it seems spun it round, look. Should be like that. Like this. But when it was in there before, that's how it was. So it needs a new one. And that looks pretty battered, actually. That looks pretty battered. These are the nuts and everything to try and stop the this going on full lock. But if you can see here, it's rubbed against the anti-roll bar. And it's rubbed there against the wheel. Suspension definitely needs to go up. But with that, oh, what an absolute ball ache. That means I've got to pull this off again. But like everyone keeps saying to me, that's drift life. So there we go. She's now out and she's absolutely done. It's, yeah, it's mullered. I'm not too sure how that's done that. I don't know if this is just down to where it's been sitting, but how it has ended up popping itself out is beyond me. That was obviously where I had to grind it down, but that's not compromised these, because this would have popped off. So I have no idea how that has done that. So there we go, we got it off. So Roast, she's absolutely blown this one out. I'm still unsure how it's done that, because obviously these are press fitted in. So I don't know how that's managed to do that, unless, like I say, it was the wrong way around, because that was like that. And I think it's supposed to be like that. Not only that, because of the pressure of obviously that one blowing out, it's blowing this one out. Completely blown that out. So I'm in two minds at the moment. I don't know whether to order these new ones because my mate said he's going to put some new ones in because it's all split this anyway, so that's mullered. Or do I invest into some heavier duty ones like Wizard of Lock or what have you? Because at the end of the day, this shouldn't happen, but I have been told, obviously, these are going to blow out. Obviously, they're going to, because that's a lot of force going through, obviously, that. And I was giving it absolute death at the weekend. And roast just kept coming back for more. So, yeah, I'm in two minds. I'm going to look up to see how much some like Wizard of Lock or heavy duty control arms would be. And yeah, we'll go from there. But one thing I am definitely going to do is, as she's done 2 track days now, she's going to have an oil change. Right, okay, guys, we've got the arm back. I did have to replace the boot on this one, luckily, with my old one, because on installation, where is it? Oh, there. It's chipped out. So rather than leaving that and just packing it full of grease, which I could have possibly done, it would have just spewed out. So luckily, as I had the old ones, I've replaced it with one of them. But yeah, it's all looking all nice. And like I say, it's all new. This one's all new. What we have done as well, let me get it out of the device. So what we have done is I've slightly tacked, or had it tacked, sorry, I haven't done it myself because I can't weld, but we slightly tacked it just across here, so we would need to grind them back so, if they fail again. But that was a recommendation I had from a fellow drifter who has gone through something similar. And just to be on the safe side, a little bit of hammerite, just on the welds, just so obviously we don't get any form of rust. So we're back in, just trying to fit it now. I'm not going to record it because you've already seen it. Oh, what's that from? Oh, no, it's okay. You've already seen it. So like magic, here it all is. I'm trying to get a break in the rain. It looks like it's going to hammer it down any minute. So yeah, like magic, 3, 2, 1, and voila. So what I need to do now, because obviously as you remember, the car was really, really low because of the fact of the camber. Luckily it's not damaged the inner edge here or anything, so we're good there, but she definitely is going to be raised. So I'm just going to measure this, and I'm probably going to go up maybe, measure this, sorry, and go up maybe an inch on both sides and just see how we get from there. And then what I'm going to do is, if you remember these, I'm going to adjust that to obviously go for this, because what it does is it smacks against this here to stop it from going, no, sorry, this, it hits that. To go any further. I have got another thing coming. Hopefully it's going to be here today. I've got 20mm spacers, so I'm going to stick them on the front as well to see if I can push the wheel out just a little bit more. The other option, which I do need to do, and I'll show you why. Unfortunately, I have damaged the wall of these tyres. It's not bad. It's not gone through or anything like that. You could still run on them. I'm going to use these for skid wheels, but I'm more than likely going to go for a 205 45 17. So I know they work. If you remember Charlie.
You need a spanner, because the lock nut is not even done up.
Yep, him. He's running them on, I believe, his E36 or 46, one of the two. They're the ones he uses anyway. And it works fine. So that is more than likely what I'm going to do. Now, another little cool discovery. I don't think I did bring this into it. She has a purple rack. Now, when I went drifting the first time at Drift Limits, there's a chap there who said, if you need to update your rack, get a purple one. Already got one, which was a nice little surprise. Now, one thing I did notice from my drift day, it was rubbing something chronic. Not so bad over there. On the other side, it's exactly the same spot and a little bit, whoop, just over here. So this bit's the worst. So what I'm going to do, cover it with some hammerite, because lost. Great, the can's defective. To be fair, it has been in my garage for about 4 months, so it's only normal that it is going to fail. I'll just have to order another one and get it in tomorrow. But now what I'm going to do, I'm going to change the oil in it, because that's 2 drift days it's done, and I've hammered the absolute rubbish out of old roast, and yeah, I think she deserves an oil change. Oh. No mistake at that oil. Oh no! I didn't just do that. Yes, I did. Yes, I did just do that. Oh. Right, that's going to be a pain in the rear to get off now. What a schoolboy error. I'm full of them. Now, I've done plenty of oil changes in my life, and I mean loads. That by far is the worst one I've ever done. But we've just had our spacers arrive. Spacers, everything in there. The first thing we're going to do is put oil in it. Because the last thing I want to do is forget to put oil in. I'm not saying I've ever done that because I have not. Liquid moly is what we're going to use this time. I've heard great things about it. I used it also in my diff. So yeah, I've heard great stuff. Right, so we're at that point now. Let's see what the spacer looks like. Quite thick. It is only 20 mil. Yeah, 20 mil. So there we go. Oh, they do stick out quite a bit. I'm reckoning once obviously it's on the ground, it'll be a bit better. But yeah, let's put her on the ground and see what she looks like. So there we go. That's all I can do for today because I've got to go to work in a minute. But I've raised it up slightly. It is a little bit higher this side because of, I think it's this one that's got the control arm that's longer. This one is slightly down, if you see there. But then I am on slightly uneven ground, so I do need to bring the car forward, and I'll do that tomorrow, which will be for you guys in a minute. So yeah, and it definitely needs a tracking doing. Right, okay, so it's a new day. I've just gone to try to move the car, and I can't. She won't start. And that is because I made a massive schoolboy error, yet again, of leaving the key in. Because I needed to turn the lock, couldn't do that without the key, and I left it on for too long. So we've also got another problem. So we got it all set up with my charger. Now the issue I've got is this. Plug it in, 7.1 volts. Now my charger will not charge that because what it will, this little box here, that will have a line there saying it's charging and it'll start going up, and then once it's obviously full, it will say it will charge. But as it's got 7.1 in there, it won't charge that. That's too low. Now I know this battery is good. It's only because it's gone past the point of charging that it won't do it. But I have learned a hack. Let's try it. And basically what that is you basically daisy chain it up to a car that's running. So I'm going to stick it onto the Mondeo with jumper cables. Have it running for about 15 minutes and hopefully that'll put some charge into this. Once it has done, hopefully it'll be at a level then that charger will charge it. So, because obviously I don't want to have to spend, I think it's about 100 quid on a new one when I know that one's okay. So we're going to try that and see what happens in a minute. Okay, so that's on now. Like I said, the pain with these cars is obviously the main negative is over there, so you've got to attach it to something like that. So let's leave that for a minute and see how she does. So I'm just going to get the voltmeter. I'm going to watch a bit of YouTube for about 15 minutes and then see how we get on. Right, that's been 15 minutes. Let's see how we get on. So I've just got my voltmeter on. Let's see what we've got here. This might be interesting because I don't know if I can hold both of these. Sorry, bear with. Right, that one's there. See if I can push that on here and hopefully you can see something. Oh, it's resting. Hang on. Well, blind me. Right, let's check this out. Okay, that's definitely showing better. Oh! Well, blind me. That hack really works. So if you've got a dead battery that's you've left on all night and your charger, your nowadays charger, because I think there's some sort of like little gizmo in there that doesn't charge when it's below something, stick it on a car for 15 minutes. That's all I left it on there for. And then come back to it and then, yeah. Brilliant. Hopefully it's got enough in there to fire up. We shall see. Oh, noises. Yes! So there you go, guys. If you ever have a battery that's gone completely dead and you're getting about 20... It's early. I've just come off of a late shift. If it's like showing like 6 or 7 volts or something like that, put it onto a car, charge it for 15 minutes, stick it straight on a battery charger. Bob's your uncle. See, that's one hell of a poke on that. Yeah, that's quite a poke, especially on that one. And that one's even worse. This is the one that's sitting out even further because the actual tie rod, oh sorry, not the tie rod, the control arm is a lot longer than the other one. So I'm going to test now, just because I don't like that, and I don't really want to put flares on it either, because I have looked into doing flares or arch extensions, and yeah, I'm not a fan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them off. I'm going to see how much lock I've got again, and see if I can adjust that nut that I had done at J8 Services, and yeah, see if I can get away with that, and then I'll send them back or keep them, or I don't know, we'll see. Okay, well, we're back under roast. So these were them adjusters that I was telling you about. We've taken the spacers off now, and then, so, yeah, that's hitting. Like I said, them 20 mil, but I just need to adjust that slightly. And this one is not touching anything. Okay, now that is fully adjusted. It's roughly just about 1 centimetre, and that's catering for the fact of the tyre going down from weight and everything. I've done the same. Oh, 1 second. Oh, the same on this side here. As you can see, that's catering obviously for this one. Like I say, that's all tight there. Smacking up against. There we go. There. That's all tight. I am going to drop it on the floor just to see if that does miss, and fingers crossed it does. So there we are, she's back on the ground again, and I'd so prefer that. I know that the tracking is majorly out, and what's also funny is you might remember this when I installed the suspension. If not, top right hand corner now, go have a watch. This side is higher than the one on the right. I think all it needs to do is just settle, because it has been up on jacks, and this is the side that obviously got twisted up and everything. It probably just needs to settle, but yeah. But yeah, that looks, to me, that looks so much better. And now I have raised it up as well. I can fit just about, well, a finger. And I'm happy with that. A finger's fine. This one's in, yeah, this one might need to drop ever so slightly. But I think that is actually down to that there. So when that settles, I'll check this out. But it is slightly higher at the moment. Tracking is completely out. But I'm now going to spin the wheel over, and then we'll see what we've got on the steering. Good start. There we go. Right, I'm gonna have to get Jem to hold that for me. Oh, being bombarded by the boys. You're a pain in the ass. Look at her, she's so happy with herself. You see that on reels all the time, and it's about time that I get it. Right, so by the look of things in here, that to me, I don't know if you can probably see it better than me, that's actually touching. Yes, it is, yeah. Oh, what a bugger. See, if that was the other way around, that might not be touching, but then it would hit the wheel. But on this side, if we go round, it's hitting exactly where I want it to hit, there. You spin it the other way? Let's check on this side. Right, well that's definitely connecting with that, which is not what I wanted. I might have to sacrifice the, oh wow, that's not even touching that. That ain't gonna work. Okay, well that makes my decision for me then, because I want the angle kit. I think it's absolutely amazing, but then we've got that problem of, obviously with what I've got, it's hitting, it'll either hit the anti-roll bar if I take that off, or if I put it on full lock on one side, it is going to hit my steering arm. And as you can imagine, I give that full spin on one side. Thanks very much. Yeah, come on, bring it on. Full lock on one side. Now, I'm not going to say send. I hate that word. Give it full send. I really do hate that word. If I give it full angle on a bend and absolutely plant it, I could just imagine that wheel spins around and it catches that arm, and then it just snaps, and then I lose full steering on one side. And then, as you know, I'm absolutely done for. So yeah, that's made a decision for me. I've got to put the spacers on, and then I've got to think of what I'm going to do from there. So there we go, guys. Roast is now fixed. Like I said, I've had to put the 20mm spacers on because with obviously the angle kit with 20mm, it's not touching. Now there is 4 options I could do from here because I do not like that. I really do not like it. So I've just come up with one. I could potentially drop the spacer because there is quite a gap when I'm on full lock. So I could potentially drop it to maybe 10. So we could try that. I do need to get a new tire anyway because I've nearly blown through the sidewall on one of them. So I could go to 205s. That was something that someone recommended for me. We could put the universal sort of arch ones on, which would knock it out a little bit as well, but they look absolutely ugly. The benefit of potentially doing that now is, as I'm new, if I do any damage to it, it won't be too much of a problem. Or we could go the whole hog and get a full bolt-on wide arch kit that you can get. I think it's called a V3 or something. Correct me if I'm wrong. Which that costs about £1,000, and literally we could do the whole saloon version for that. I'm tempted to go the cheaper option first, of basically trying maybe a spacer or even doing a 205 tire. I might just buy a spacer just to be on the safe side and then put a 205 tire on, or keep with the 225s. We'll go from there really on that idea, rather than do anything else. I'm glad I did notice this prior, because if I'd hacked that into a corner, I could have potentially had a catastrophic accident, or something could have seriously gone wrong by me snapping the left side or the right side tie rod, which obviously, as you know, I'd have lost all steering on that side. Going sideways as well, I don't even want to think about it, but that could have potentially happened. So please put some comments down below, guys, of what you think I should do. Should I do option 1, spacer, option 2, the 205 tire, option 3, the universal black plastic arch covers? For the time being, rather than spending out on option 4, which would be the full body kit, and as I am new, if any accident happens, that's a full £1,000 body kit that I'm going to have to fork out for. So before I go down that route, I want to get better, but obviously I want to make it look good, because that is absolutely horrible. So yeah, so please let me know, obviously, any hints, tips, tricks, like I keep saying, please put them down there. I look forward to reading every single comment, and I also try and reply to every single one I possibly can. Please hit like and please hit subscribe to keep more future content from me here at Sparrow Motion, and I'll see you later, guys. Take care, stay safe, ta-da.